Anuj. Thanks a lot for taking the time today and coming on India InsurTech Association's videocast.
Thanks, Subhajit. Glad to be part of this.
So why don't we kickstart with an intro about yourself and obviously about your company that you are building currently?
Yeah. I'm Anuj Parekh. I'm the co-founder and CEO of HealthySure. HealthySure is an innovative employee benefits platform that exclusively focuses on employee benefits insurance. So we at HealthySure, we are building a platform that comprehensively stitches the various forms of insurance products for an employee.
What got you into insurance? Definitely not the most interesting of sectors, but definitely getting interesting.
So when it comes to insurance, I find that there is a level of understanding that one would need to build in order to explain it to others. If I reflect back on my experience of being into the consulting background and also my CA background, we play with regulations each day. And here is an industry which blends the game of probability, the game of risk mitigation, and the end consumer who is looking at the price as an element to make a decision. All of these come together, and this is that one sector which I feel excites me enough that I apply my mind to build innovative.
I love your answer. I think I've been in insurance a little too much to be jaded to think it in such an interesting manner. Also, too much in insurance and regulated industries to say play with regulations, right? I think regulators will look at us and say, why are you playing with regulations? But I am very, very heartened to see young folks like yourself working in insurance with that kind of a zeal. Thanks for sharing that. Any inspiration stories in terms of why the employee benefits program in insurance? There are various other sectors or verticals you could have looked at. Why this particular one?
So, 2 years ago, when I was having a conversation with my friend who had his brother hospitalized, he was fretting around in terms of that I have a corporate health insurance of my brother through which I need to make a claim. And I'm not sure that, what are the policy benefits? To what extent does it cover the hospitalization expenses? And on the other hand, I also have cover personal insurance plan that my father has taken for us. And I'm not sure whether I should make a claim under a corporate plan or under a personal health insurance plan, whether or not I would maximize on my claim settlements by going with one plan over the other. And I immediately picked onto this that why is a user confusing himself with too many options? That was an inspiration point for us that a creating say simplicity in terms of access to insurance and preparing a person knowledgeable enough in terms of understanding what his insurance benefits are before actually having to assess it at time of the claim settlements. This is the overall overarching vision of Healthy Shore.
Which segment, which product innovation, and the areas of success a little more specifically that the insurers are finding your proposition very enticing?
So we see that there's a strong duplication that today exists in the market where an employee is unnecessarily spending over a personal health insurance despite having a corporate health insurance covering for his employee health security needs. So we've innovated and designed a product where we are terming it as the unified health insurance, and we want to be the pioneers of it, where we are letting employees get flexible group health insurance plans through their corporate, which they can upgrade and enhance at their end to a point where they can even continue it post employment. We are promoting this awareness that employees should be entitled to continue their health insurance plans even post employment and not have or not land up in a scenario where these policies would lapse and they would then be at the mercy of buying an independent health insurance or say at the mercy of the next employer who may not cover him with an adequate health insurance.
Let's get into the tricky part of this, right? An employee has with one of and you will be working with multiple insurance partners, right? So employee A in company A, partnering with insurer A, moves to company B, where you have the same offering from an insurer B, right? How do you handle the situation? Because both are your insurance partners. They would like to have access to this customer, but this customer, by virtue of starting at company A, is with insurer A, ports that out, and might want to continue that. How are you going to handle that situation?
So we would have an option where an employee can choose that if he has moved out of employer A to employer B, where there's insurance company B servicing the group health insurance, the employee can have the choice whether he wants to opt out from the insurer employer B provided insurance, which is from insurance company B, and rather have that spends made for continuing the cover with insurance company A, where a portion of the insurance cost is subsidized by the employer.
One last question. As you know, a big base of India InsurTech Association are startups like yourself, right? So, any lessons that you would like to share, whereby people who are starting off can avoid doing mistakes or going through certain hardships that you wish you knew and could have just avoided and saved time?
Yes. So we believe that as a company, people get overwhelmed with tech, right? Whereas one needs to appreciate that before tech comes the product market fit. So any startups or any entrepreneurs venturing into the any kind of say tech side of business, be it fintech, insurtech, or say edtech, it would be very important that whether the product that you are building has a relevant market fit. So it would be critical for you to pilot your product and then take active market feedback to understand that what is it that the end consumer wants, what is it that the value chain stakeholders want, and accordingly stitch together a platform which the end consumer would value.
I think what you shared eh, gets forgotten by the positive bias of founders, and you articulated that very well. Thank you so much, Anuj. Thanks a lot for your time, and lovely speaking to you. We'll hopefully have you back on one of our episodes soon.